Art School 002. Art School 2. Grounds and supports. These are rigid supports. Well, actually they aren't. I read it wrong, guys. Not these. There are. Okay, so I got the wrong pronoun. Okay, these rigid supports, such as masonite, you know, are one thing. And then there are other supports like canvas and other things, papers. Okay, so we'll start out. There are rigid supports, which are things like masonites, sometimes called pressboard, cardboard, chipboard, and sometimes even papers, especially rag papers. Flexible supports are materials such as canvas. Try as many supports as you can find. Watch out for sponsors, though. It can be pretty difficult. Talk about rigid support. Anyway, but you may want to do your masterpieces on more traditional, time-honored surfaces for the peace of mind of your customers, who may be sinking a couple of $100 a pop into paintings by an unknown artist. I'll say a couple hundred, that's pretty good for an unknown artist. Basically what you'd make at the mart, but at least you're painting. Okay. A properly primed canvas oil painting that has been done with appropriate craftsmanship can last over 1,000 years. That's unless the world gets nuked. Okay, the basic objective of grounds, let's call it grounds, is this: to provide a surface off of which the light can reflect. The tone of the ground can affect the depth of space in the work. At one time, the ground was an effort to duplicate the surface of fresco, which is like painting in fresh plaster. Okay, fresco, al fresco. They were using the plaster itself as the binder. Okay, Raphael tinted the support and the ground in various places. You see, tint means colorization. You can also dye grounds or the canvas under the size. You know, if you're using a clear sizing to protect the cloth from, you know, contacting the oil which rots the canvas, you know. For example, a favorite over the years has been rabbit skin glue. Dye won't hurt the cloth, but oil will. Also, watch out for those pre-primed canvases. If you use them, take the precaution of applying another coat of primer, such as gesso. Now, gesso is a kind of a paint primer that you can put on your oil painting canvas, or I even put it on cardboard. And that is developed by the Crayola company. You know, the guys who make crayons. Okay, gesso. Gesso has a lot of binder. And other guys said, okay, it's all right to use house paint. You know, well, cheap house paint can absorb binders of pigments. A heavy binder is perhaps better on a rigid ground. I've done paintings on cardboard because of little or no income. So, yeah, I had one hanging on the outside wall that was done 30 years before. I've had a couple of them get wet, and the cardboard mush just fell off. But since I primed them at least twice because of the acids in the cardboard, the gesso film and the oil paint stood up all by themselves like a sheet of paper. This is one technique in restoration. The entire picture is removed from a damaged support and reapplied onto a new one. Here's a term for you: tooth. Tooth. That's the rough elements in a support that the sizing and the painting can get a grip on, and also on the ground that the paint can get a grip on. By now, I'm getting a little long in the tooth. See, this one's longer than any of the other ones, so I can get a grip. Okay, there has to be a way for the film that is the painting to remain on the surface of the support. Masonite, for example, should be sanded to some degree if the smooth side of the masonite is used. They have a smooth and a rough side usually on that to produce the tooth necessary to hold the priming. If gesso is used, it should also be sanded slightly to provide a tooth for the paint itself. When considering glass or metal for or as a support, remember they usually have no tooth. We may as well start out by assuming that anything can be painted on, and you can even use a substance such as starch as a binder. The process is more important than the object.